This place really is something special. Set in a mixture of woodlands and open spaces, with a thoughtful mix of sunken and elevated shooting positions throughout. West Midlands Shooting Ground is as impressive in its setting as it is in its setup. And during the Sovereign Challenge, it all comes alive.
Widely regarded as putting on some of the hardest shoots out. Let's give you a tour.
The infrastructure with clubhouse, shop, cafe, hard tracks and well-positioned stands supports a venue built for serious sport.
This is intimidating. You've got terrain unlike any other ground in England.
Anchored by a thriving trade village and, of course, the event's namesake, the Hull Sovereign.
Extended range and extreme range. This one's just got a little bit more for those really challenging targets. 70-metre crossing target. Park course is the one for you.
Welcome to the Sovereign Challenge, guys, held at West Midlands Shooting Ground. Somehow, I've never been here with a camera, and yet it is one of the best shooting grounds in the UK, if not the world. But we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go check a few things out, starting with the pool shoot.
The parkour pool shoot set the tone immediately.
Owen, you are in charge of what is going to be quite a painful test of skill today. I don't think I've ever seen a pool shoot that hard in my life.
It was a little bit last minute. We've got a potentially 45, 50 yard rabbit, 70 to 80 yard batu, and a couple of nice crosses which are currently being pushed out in the wind at the minute.
No, mate, please, after you. I need to see the targets.
That seabird coming out of the trees at close to 80 metres.
Cool, that's fun to see.
Yeah.
Tested everyone and everything. Timing, vision, confidence and equipment.
We're not leaving here till one of us hit it.
Somehow we each managed a break.
Hey!
The rest of the targets here weren't much easier. With an average score of just 6 out of 15, it certainly wasn't a gentle start. That's the beauty of it.
Oh!
After this, every target would look reasonable.
That really makes you, it's not a warm-up, is it?
No, I couldn't hit him.
You hit enough. What were the final scores?
Owen 6, Johnny 10.
Should have bumped up a couple, Daz.
Put some names to that. What can we expect out on the course?
It's definitely a course for both sides. You've got your big targets, your normal registered targets. You'll definitely need a couple of boxes of them on the course. There's potentially 5, 6 big targets out there, which need a bit of a gap. And it's figuring out the lines, especially coming off the hill. You're looking at the trees and yeah.
With the parkour pool behind us, we set out across the course. Myself, Ivan from Teague, and Owen Jones.
Oh!
The weather was warm, the ground in perfect condition. I knew we were in for something special.
So we're first stand down, 7 out of 8 each.
I'm happy with that.
A bit scared of this course. It's an intimidating ground, isn't it?
It is intimidating. I mean, I walked it yesterday, had a look around, and it's awesome. There's something there for everybody, and you need to be on your game. You're using the 7.5. I'm going with a little bit more, 6.5.
I feel like that's cheating, mate. They've got too much killing power.
Well, you've got to take every advantage when you can.
Probably should have brought a slab of those instead of these.
I might let you have 1 or 2.
Well, you're very
if
kind,
you're lucky.
Alive. Thank you so much. The benefits of shooting with the course setter, right?
The opening few stands gave us a chance to find rhythm.
The first stands were very kind.
Very nice. It all goes into gear now.
We're about to start giving the big gap.
Big gaps now. Then we've got one super sport and stand, and then it really starts to go up.
Well, come on, let's go talk us through stand 4.
By stand 4, the difficulty dial was clearly tuned up.
How you getting on?
A big right to left standard followed by an even further MIDI under full spring on report.
It's quite handy with the trees as you can't see the traps, so you don't know exactly what they're doing, so it's a lot of working out to do with them.
It's intimidating as well for from the south, where it's flat and nice.
It's more the height you're shooting up instead of across. Yeah, we'll find out now.
Both presented the kind of challenge that demands not just technique, but trust in your kit.
Oh, wow shot. Wow
Thank you very much, gang. Well done. Stopping parkour in the top barrel, mate.
Let's be honest, you don't always need high-performance cartridges for every clay, but targets like these, this is where it matters. I left that stand with 7 out of 8, pleased and a little surprised.
You got to pace yourself.
Cut video over.
Carving our way through a few more of the simpler stands, we moved on to tank.
Shot Ivan.
This, our next signature stand, is wild.
Unlucky. So we've got 3 targets.
Beneath your feet, literally no reference of distance. No, because I can range find that they're not really more than 50 meters, but they look a long way.
It's the illusion.
Oh mate, this looks horrific. All right,
It's one of our favourite stands, one of our main competition stands, and
this is intimidating. I've shot clays, rarely beneath my feet.
In that pit were 3 traps firing clays at complex angles, not just complex to shoot, but complex to hold your gun on. Now, not many of us are used to engaging targets from below our feet, and it showed.
Oh, every one of us.
Whether you aced this stand or walked away a little hurt, it was one of the most memorable stands on the course.
Card destroyer, absolute card destroyer.
I'm pretty sure that every competitor here will be headed back to West Midlands to try their hand at tank targets again in the future. Following on, we hit up the Pro Piston stand, which offered something a little different.
Don't know about you, bud. Not so keen on the target setter.
No, he's a horrible bloke.
I thought he said earlier there's something for everybody. I haven't seen that yet.
No.
I haven't seen anything from
There's
you.
nothing from me yet so far.
Pro Piston will be there.
Oh, let's hope.
Tight, controlled birds that required precision, timing, and a big pattern. Of course you can adjust your chokes to suit a setup like this, but there's an advantage to having a selection of cartridges for different situations and presentations. The Sovereign's tight, reliable pattern helps when the targets are out there, but for these ones that are in your face, I want the most help possible.
There's only one Ivan. He's back, baby.
Thank God for Pro Piston.
As sort of time goes on, we're seeing more and more people taking more than one cartridge type in their bag, and it does make the difference. I was always quite skeptical of it.
It's a very useful tool to have on anything sort of closing, rabbits, quartering in, quartering away. It's a very useful tool to have in the bag.
I know it's not what they're meant for, but I've shot some serious. They still perform, they still carry speed, they still carry everything, and a facey target at 40 meters still crushes. It's not what I choose,
No.
but they do. It's not a close range cartridge if you need it to do a bit more.
That's right, yeah. It's ballistically it's very similar to a Pro 1.
Okay.
So we put 25 meters as an effective range on the box, but 40 meters is no problem for this cartridge, yeah.
I mean, you don't put 90 meters on the parkour, but I saw Owen break that looper as it was dropping through the trees at 90 meters.
Yeah, that's a serious distance.
It's about optimizing your gear, but also knowing that in a pinch, it's got your back.
That's right. So the blue one's for close in and the black one's for further out.
And the red one's for somewhere in the middle.
Something in the middle.
Should have that tattooed on my arm.
Once I wrapped this stand, I couldn't help but challenge the guys to a quickest off the arm challenge.
How was quick?
This is on for ice cream for later. Okay.
You hit them. The game's not hitting them, Ivan. The game is to hit them early.
Mine was in the middle.
No, he did his at the bracken.
Oh. Get the ice creams in.
I'll go again.
Not exactly textbook for a sporting shoot,
Oh, first shot.
but a good way to raise our spirits for what was gonna be one of the hardest stands of the course.
That was a nice break from the seriousness, and the scores are still pretty level. My boo-boo at that pit didn't help my score. We're back at some serious stuff though, and refocus the mind. There's a pink looper at 75 yards. This is parkour territory.
That next stand reminded us that the course was not gonna ease up on us. The big pink looper proved untouchable for the entire squad. But we all found success with the 50-yard edge-on crosser.
And then you're trying to guess it falling off at different, I mean, just an incredibly difficult target. I guess that's what the Sovereign Challenge, or the Sovereign Corporate. The Complex Challenge would be a lot easier.
Difficulty continued to rise as we made our way along the bottom of the bank. By now, it was clear this wasn't a course for chasing high scores. It was about pushing your limits. That, in many ways, is the essence of the Sovereign Challenge. It's not about perfection, but about learning where your gear and your own skill can take you.
A challenge physically and mentally, for sure, eh?
Definitely. It certainly is.
Stand 11 even put your footwork to the test with a full 180-degree turn between pairs. There was a fast incoming target below your feet, a midi dropping down from the top of the bank, a floppy teal, and a high curling looper. These were all shot as a sequence of pairs, with your last pair requiring you to shoot that looper and then the bird under your feet. After 10 stands, it was a real mental and physical test. That's what made it one of the most enjoyable. As we walked down the hill away from the bank, we were given a touch of respite. Only 2 targets each per stand. A little less mental toll, but each target still required some serious technique to break it consistently. Saying that, there were still some big targets, but it's funny how a 50-yard crosser starts to feel manageable once you've been faced with a 70-yard midi a few times.
Shouldn't have respected that first target so much, mate. First off, gents, the pleasure of your company has been a highlight.
Always.
Owen,
Go
I
on.
think you've set one of the hardest courses I've ever shot.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but the constant ebb and flow,
Yeah.
the difficulty of the terrain, the difficulty of the targets, you're letting them slip easy.
It's quality, isn't it? It's one stand to the next.
Let you up, beat you down. Let you up, beat you down.
But it's every stand, it's just 100% quality. And you're seeing something you don't normally see every day.
It's not the place that we've come and shot a big score,
No.
but it's a different kind of pleasure being tested to your limits.
It's taking you to the limit, it's taking you to a different limit, and it's also taking you out of your comfort zone. And that's what we're all about, and that's what Owen's done.
And I guess it's named the parkour because you actually do need some serious bombs to break these incredible targets. And we're about to shoot the teak stand.
We are, we're just about to have a go at that now.
You made it easy for yourself.
Well,
You set it.
Did you actually?
No, I did not. Let's just hope it lives up to the standard of the rest of the course.
Definitely.
Good.
The last stand, the Teague stand, invited us to finish strong.
Whack!
Simpler in range, but demanding good control, it offered the final reminder of the balance this course striked so well. The only exception, the Seabird.
It's a parkour job, that one. I should have used parkour.
A big crossing midi that carried a bit of extra pressure, as it entered you into the draw for a full set of Teague chokes.
Woo! I made it through! Brilliant, well done. Thank you very much.
We all broke it.
Mate, you mullered the big boy. Design.
My little baby.
Confidence in your gear and yourself over a demanding course makes all the difference. All wrapped up, we counted our scores and headed back to the clubhouse. Like every shooter here, we were feeling the effort, but the buzz of the day carried us through. Tired legs, but no shortage of smiles. After a sun-soaked week, Sunday brought rain. As is Hull's tradition, there was going to be a 6-man super final to determine the winner.
Okay everybody, it's Sunday. Everybody's been here shooting some cracking scores. It's almost time for the super final. Hull always have a super vinyl. Today is the day we're going to see the really big guns have a go and do the best they can to get a really, really top score. Of course, I'm not actually taking part as usual. I'm near the bottom.
A brief shoot-off decided the final slot and the top 6 moved into the 3-stage super final.
Second, 109. Third, we've got John, 108. Fourth, Mark Windsor, 108. Fifth.
True to the course, the targets were unforgiving but fair.
Kill.
No gimmicks, just well-set clays that rewarded sharp thinking and great shooting.
Kill lock. Kill lost.
The crowd watched on as competitors moved from 2 ground-level sporting stands to a final elevated super sporting layout on the clubhouse balcony.
Mark Windsor is on 118, Sam Usher is on 119, and James Atwood is on 150. Lost. Hell.
In the end, ties for both first and third places meant a sudden death shoot-off.
That's a gap.
One last giant looper. Josh Keeble rose to the occasion over some other great shooters, sealing a well-earned victory.
Shot on Thursday with a great squad, managed to shoot a 109. Just come back now for the shoot-off. Made it as second man in the super final. Shot off against some great shooters. Myself and Mark Windsor tied and went into sudden death. Oh, it was nerve-wracking. It's not the sort of place I find myself very often, so rubbing shoulders with some of the great shooters, it's a massive privilege. I mean, some of the targets we shot in the super final, I mean, I don't know what that Batu was, 80, 90 yards. And for me and Mark to go sudden death on that was amazing. I couldn't have done it without Hull cartridge. My 6.5 Sovereign parkours, they seemed to do the job for me then, so no, very appreciative of them. I think I'd like to thank Tom and Owen here at Hodnett for running the best event I've been to this year. It's been a brilliant week, so thank you very much.
For everybody who attended this year, the Sovereign Challenge has set the bar high. From the quality of the course and the craft behind each target, to the camaraderie between the shooters and the generosity of the team behind the scenes, it's been a shoot to remember. Thanks to the entire team at West Midlands Shooting Ground, to the refs, and to Hull Cartridge for supporting the sport at the highest level. And to everyone who took part, spectated, or tuned in. This wasn't just a competition, it was a celebration of what I love most in the sport. I hope to see you at next year's Sovereign Challenge. Until then,
Thank you for watching TGS Outdoors. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. This channel would not be possible without the support of our amazing sponsors. They've supported the channel for a long time. We only work with people we love and whose product we trust. If you want to support the channel too, make sure you check out channel memberships. There's early access content, there's some pretty cool exclusive release content.
My view is you never want to let the bird get past you because you can't see under your gun.
And occasionally we go clay shooting together. We just appreciate your support. Even if you can't, your view is great. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.